Alright. A situation that I relied on my faith would be like when a family member gets sick or they pass away. You kind of have that hope that God has a better plan and that they'll get better or that they're with Him in heaven. Um, Something that has furthered my relationship with God, I would say leading retreats. So, like leading discipleship, it's kind of like um, being there for the people in that way. It's like what God does for us.
And my heart burden be.
Faith is definitely important also because no matter what situation you're in, it's something that you can hold on to and it kind of keeps you going.
Until you come and sit a while with me, you raise me up.
I've encountered a lot of different situations and challenges where I've really had to stay close to God and keep my trust in Him, because there's often times where things don't work out in my favor or exactly how I'd want them to be. Whenever I have some kind of service event and I want it to go perfectly, I really just pray that God will take care of it, and if what I'm praying for is His will, then I really just try to trust that He will make everything the way it should be. So I think like often I really rely on God to make everything the way that He wants it to be, and I know that that is perfection.
Have relied on my faith. Well, it's my whole life is the situation. Everything that I do, I've held many jobs in my life, and kind of that movement of how can I transition into a new job? Can I do this? Believing in God, believing in God's call for me, that God will be with me, that God has given me certain talents and abilities, and that these have not failed me in the past, and so therefore I can have faith that God will carry me through again into whatever the new transition would be.
Your shoulders, you raise me up.
Certainly going along with this, the sense of a challenge in faith, when I went through, let's see now, 18 years ago, the death of my mother. That was a difficult time. She had a very painful death due to cancer. And to go through that experience and experience within me a certain disappointment and anger with God, because the fact that my mother died, not this nice little peaceful death, but this kind of really heart-wrenching, horrible death to see. And yet being able to reflect back on that and to remember my mother's smile as she breathed her last, as if she was seeing a good friend. There was something that made her smile after all of that pain, and just brought me, to that sense of God's goodness, as I believed that even though we went through a time when my faith could have been completely challenged. Like, why is God doing this? Why would God let my mother suffer this way? That to see that smile and to be reminded of God's goodness and God's blessing was just such a powerful moment for me. So,
You raise me up.
do I think faith is important? Well, of course, it's my life. It's what I want to pass on to other people, and I really believe that without faith, that life can be very scary. Life can be very dark, and we don't have to face that. We have the beauty of a God who wants us to live in the light and to rest in the comfort of His presence.